Good. Okay, well, you gotta watch for that. Come. Mm. From. Yeah. It's, some people have a really easy time with these sounds, but then they have more trouble in other places. And like I said, if you can find where you have the most trouble, then you can pick on that one mistake, you can focus on it, and then afterwards, you'll notice it's a lot easier. And then you can focus on other things. Okay, so, Okay, try this one again. Okay. Again. I come from Taiwan. From? That's better, okay.
I come from Taiwan.
Good, much better. Now, one more problem. This is one of the other places where this comes in. A lot of people, like I said, they talk like this, and then at the end of the sentence, they close their lip. So, it doesn't matter what sound is at the end, you just close your lips. So, for example, I come from Taiwan. But as soon as you close your lips, Taiwan becomes Taiwan. So, Taiwan. But see, you're closing your lips now. Taiwan. Again. Okay. So, you can practice this afterwards. I'll put some sentences on the board for you to practice at home. Okay? You need to watch those final ends as well. You'll notice a lot of people when they think, they say and. But a lot of times it doesn't come out that way. I went to the store and I bought some apples and some bananas. They do that. As soon as they stop, they close their lips. And then any sound that comes there becomes an M. Okay? So, all right. And I didn't get your name yet. And gives you just those two sentences. So, yeah. 中文名字也可以。Okay, Shirley, can you tell me how to spell that with English letters? 用英文的字母可以用的吗？ Okay, I'll come back to you. So, Timmy, okay, can you spell that? Okay, good. And the second sentence, I. Okay, again.
I come from
From. Okay. All right, and. Okay, again, I. That's better. Okay, can you spell that? Jerry. Okay. And the second sentence? Taiwan. I said Taiwan. 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 Taiwan has an N, which is an M. Taiwan. That's better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Can you spell it for me though? I want you to say the letters. So. So spell the letters. Yeah. So ping the S. Y. Good. 好. And the second sentence, I came from Taiwan. Okay. Good. All right. Now, I come from or I came from, that also makes a difference. We need to have the right vowel. But to start with, we need these other sounds. Now, the next part, we can have a bit more fun because most of you probably don't know how to say your major in English. So this is where we come to what we call coping strategies, okay? When we talk in English or in Chinese, you don't need to know all the words. You don't need to be able to make perfect sentences. What you need is two things. First, you need to be able to express yourself, all right? So, that means that if you need to use your hands, use your hands. There are some places where they basically talk with their hands. If you ever go to Italy and you watch the people that are talking, they cannot talk without their hands. Italians are wonderful people. They're loud and they're very friendly, but if you tie their hands behind their back, they can't talk. All right? Because they're always gesturing and they're pointing and they're, smacking people, and they have a lot of fun with their conversation. So if you need these, use them. My first time in Zhongli, I used to live in Zhongli, when I was trying to buy some soup on the street. I was hungry, there was a vendor, and I wanted to buy some soup, and there were two kinds of soup. And my Chinese at that time was like nothing. So I was basically asking, what are the two kinds of soup? And the vendor said, well, this is this. That's pretty obvious, right? Fish? So this is fish soup, okay. This one, anybody want to guess? This fish, no problem. This makes sense as fish. It's not anything, and a snake. I guess it could be a snake, right? Snake's good too, I like snake. But that's why vowels are really important. In Taiwan, snake and snack can be the same thing. But in North America, snake and snack are very different ideas, right? Yeah. So, A and A, you have to be careful. Vowels are important. So, fish, what's this?
Chicken.
How would you guess chicken? I mean,
Shape.
that's a really weird shaped chicken. That's what it was. It's chicken, but I would never guess. I mean, I ended up asking somebody else afterwards to tell me what it was, because it could be a pig, you pick them up by something, pig. Could be a cow. I mean, cow, you have the, So, but you have to be willing to try to communicate. That means you might need your hands. Maybe you need to draw a picture. And sometimes you need to just find a different way to say it, okay? So, if I say, for example, I study, then what happens if I don't know that word? Something is a really helpful word, okay? Something, someone, somewhere, sometime. Those are really useful words because it lets you put something in the sentence, and then afterwards, you're going to talk about that thing. So, this is something that it's round, it has a head on it, it lays eggs, right? This is something that, it has wings and you can eat it, right? So, if you can describe the thing that you're talking about, then you don't need exactly that word, right? So that's a very important part of using your language. If you wait until it's perfect, you will never use it. The key is to use what you have. That's the first part. the second part is to keep improving it. So, you realize you don't know this word, do your best, and then afterwards, look it up. Find out how you can use that word the next time. Learn more about it, right? So, when you come to a problem, go around the problem, go through the problem, go under the problem, whatever you need to do to keep going. But then afterwards, when you're done, when you have time, you go back and fix the problem. Okay? So, I study languages. That's what I do. I like languages. When I was in university, I studied Italian and French and German and Spanish and Latin and Greek and some sign language, and it was a lot of fun. But I studied languages because they were easy for me. So I was really lazy. I still am really lazy. And I do things the easy way, which is why I do all of that, because it's easier than the other way of doing it. So, I study language. What do you study? I'll pick on you first, because you know you're happen to be here, so go ahead.
I study English.
Okay.
Because it's good for job.
Okay, it's good for getting a job. Do you like English? A little, okay. Another really important part of what you study, for me, is because it was easy. I thought languages were easy, but I also enjoyed them, right? If you study something that you hate, there's some really bad news for you. You're going to have a job that you hate, right? So, I teach at the university in Zhongyuan Daxue. Yeah, I teach up there. And most of my students are engineering students, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and most of them hate engineering. Why are they in an engineering program? Because somebody said, you should be an engineer. Right? So, you're still young enough, you can change your mind, right? So if you hate what you're studying, find something that you like. Okay, so what do you study? About? I didn't quite catch the word. Courses. Cruises. Okay, like cruises on the ocean? On a cruise ship, okay. So that's a great example, all right? Something about. There are words for that, but cruises, what are other words we could put together with that? One way to kind of deal with that problem, we have one answer, study something about cruises. What else is included in that topic? There's cruises, so that means on ships, right? Cruise ships. So are these ships for fun or for work? What kind of ships are these? For work? Well, you're going to be working, but other people who go on them, it's for playing, right? For fun, right? So when do we have this kind of playing or fun? When we have, can we go on a cruise for one weekend? No, we need more time, right?